Hi, I'm Brad Wilson with King Electrical Manufacturing, and welcome to the KFUH ECO2S Unit Heater Training Series. In this video, we'll cover selecting the number of heaters needed and the proper location for installing KFUH ECO2S unit heaters within a space. We'll guide you through the essential tips to ensure optimal performance to meet your heating demands for the building. As we discussed in the last training video, calculating the heat load for the space is the first step in determining the optimal kW for the space. Accurate calculations are crucial for efficient heating. However, deciding on how many heaters to use within the space and the proper location is just as critical and depends on several factors. Let's talk about how to determine the quantity of heaters for the space and then where best to locate them to maximize your heat distribution. The number of heaters needed for the space depends largely on the physical footprint of the space and the heating goals of the building. KFUH heaters have an air throw of 75 feet or more, so depending on the width of the area, it may require dividing the total wattage needed between multiple heaters to achieve an even heat distribution throughout the space. Let's review a few different size spaces to help put this into perspective and assist you in properly locating the heaters within a space. In the following examples, we will look at layouts intended for maximum heat distribution in large spaces. Take the total wattage required as calculated using the heat loss calculator tool and divide that wattage by the number of heaters to be installed in your space. There are no hard and fast rules regarding layouts, only guidelines. Every building has unique attributes or areas with higher heat loss that may need to be addressed differently. In a smaller space, like a typical 40 by 60 foot building, a single KFUH heater has the airthrow capacity to evenly heat the space. In this example, a vertical mounted heater directed towards the floor with a radial diffuser can push enough air in a 360-degree pattern to achieve proper air distribution and heating the building. As sidewalls extend to around 100 feet, such as this 60 by 100 foot building, 2 heaters are required for the job. In this example, the heaters are mounted horizontally along the outside walls and positioned so the heaters wipe across the exterior walls without blowing directly at them, as outside walls tend to be high heat loss areas. When both side walls are over 100 feet, in order to maintain proper heat distribution, a third heater should be included. In this example, a vertical mounted heater installs at the center of the space to fill the heat gaps towards the center of the building. In larger spaces like this 100 by 150 foot space, the layout can vary depending on the building's goals. However, in general, when 4 heaters are installed, one at each corner of the building, the heated air from one heater is picked up by the next heater to reheat the air, circulating the heat more evenly throughout the space. Once a sidewall extends to 200 feet, as in this 100 by 200 foot space, the heated air from the unit at the corner of the building does not have enough airthrow to reach the next corner of the building. This can leave a cold spot throughout the space. So a vertically mounted heater is installed in the center of the space to help fill the heat gaps towards the center of the building. As mentioned, these are general guidelines. Now let's talk about general tips that can be useful when designing a layout for a space. For smaller spaces, install a single unit in a central location to ensure even heat distribution. For high heat loss or large buildings with multiple windows or other areas of cold air intrusion, install an additional heater in front of the windows to counteract the cold surfaces. For large spaces, install multiple heaters to achieve even distribution, counteracting cold surfaces. Place them in intervals to cover the entire area. Ensure heat throw overlaps so that the air throw from one heater overlaps slightly and pushes the air to the next heater to maintain consistent temperatures throughout the space. For high ceilings, install a vertically mounted heater to push warm air downwards. This can be done throughout the space using multiple heaters or a single heater mounted directly above a high-use work area. This setup is also effective for combating cold air inrush at loading docks. For ceilings under 14 feet, horizontal mounting generally is more effective in the space. For ceilings above 14 feet, ceiling fans can be an effective way to help bring stratified warm air back down to the cold floor. And that's it. Thanks for watching.